You are listening to the Kentucky X-Files Season 3 with your hosts Dennis Mays, Tyler Stewart, and Josh Gibbs. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also visit us at www.kyxfiles.com. And now, the rest of this conversation.
That thing was badass. And yeah, the porn channel was scrambled. You know, not for lack of trying though. I mean, you sit there and you could bump it. There was this thing called bumping where it would hit the satellite and you could bump it off a little bit, and it would kind of like, you know. So sometimes you could see like a boob or something, you know, but that's about it.
On your satellite TV, did you watch any space shows or movies? Say Star Trek or Star Wars or Spaceballs?
I want to say yeah. I mean, I can't remember specifically, but I'm sure I did.
Well, the reason I asked that is because there's a team of engineers working on a real-life tractor beam right now.
Really?
Yep. Yes, sir. They are working on building a tractor beam so that they can clean up space junk.
That's badass.
Right?
Oh my God. My life could actually mean something. I've always wanted to be a space salvager.
They're calculating right now that they could move several ton objects, admittedly very slow, around 200 miles over 2 to 3 months.
That's still doing something. I mean,
yeah.
So, like, would it, like, a tractor beam, like, I'm guessing, is it like a burst or like, it's like trying to like extend the range of a magnet to like kind of grab?
Yeah, it's electrostatic.
So would it be able to grab like organic material, like say like if somebody was floating out in space?
I don't know if it would actually grab people, but maybe. Their theory right now is that they think they should be able to be 50 to 90 feet away from something and use this device to shoot electrons.
Okay.
They're going to induce a negative charge into the debris.
Okay, that makes sense because
while producing a positive one on the vessel.
Yeah, because theoretically, electrons colliding with something should give it a push, the same as like photons, like a crazy high density like light. You know?
What they're wanting to do is introduce an electrostatic charge of electrons to give something a negative charge, while simultaneously creating a positive charge on the vessel, causing an attractive force.
That's badass.
Oh,
that's like
I wonder if they
ridiculous.
They could flip it too if they want to push something away.
Yep.
God, science, motherfuckers! That's
right?
Awesome.
That is.
This is so fucking cool. So I'm so glad that I'm still. I have youth. Not like these guys, but I'm just saying I could totally get to see some sci-fi shit before I die.
Shots fired. I'm bleeding. I've been shot with the age gun.
Oh, damn.
Damn it. I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared.
No. Man.
He's like, I have youth, not like these dudes, but like I have real youth.
The bullets in that gun are fucking cold, Tyler.
Oh man, that was funny.
Oh shit. I shouldn't be laughing at that. Fuck you. That's funny,
I feel like
damn it.
I'm just saying you guys are going to get the last laugh. Because most likely if
I haven't laughed like that since I was a little girl.
Like for like I don't want this to happen anytime soon.
Don't take that the wrong way out there.
But it's like if you guys pass away before me, I know for a fact you two will haunt the shit out of me. You guys will tag team like this, like okay, you do this and I'll do this. and we'll get him good.
I would just focus like Patrick Swayze on pushing your drink off of your table just over and over again. I'd be like, "Duh!" You just see it like barely move. It's like, ha! I moved your drink, you fucker. Now you have to reach farther. Oh, wait a minute. Now I pushed it closer to him. Fuck. I just made it easy on him.
I got to practice at this.
Well, I already told Tyler years ago that if anything happens to him, I will be speaking at the funeral.
I'm going just to watch that.
I have a speech prepared, and it's going to be beautiful. I wish I could tell you guys here on the show.
I really hope my parents are gone, so they don't have to listen to that.
No. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. It'll be tasteful. I'm gonna describe you in great details. Be sitting there shoving gummies up under your lip, like he'd want this.
No, I already told you what I want to have. I really hope that if I know that my time is coming, I'm either I was like this dude. If you find me, just throw me in a trash bag and put me out with the garbage.
That poor garbage man, though.
Right.
Or I just wanted to be the I want to say, okay, I feel like, my time has come.
Right.
I'm going to have myself in such a vulgar position. I'm going to shit everywhere, throw up. I'm going to be in a weird position. I'm going to be inside the refrigerator or something. It's like,
I'm just telling you right now,
so weird for somebody.
If you stop contacting me for an extended period, I'm going to remove you from my phone. I'm not going. I'm not coming to find out. I'm gonna be like, I already know. He already told me his plan, so I'm not going over there. God damn it. That is awesome, though, man. I know we got derailed big time, but the fact that they're actually going to start trying to clean shit up is awesome. Because they said that we're going to get to the point where we're literally trapped here.
Yeah.
Because we can't leave our own planet.
Yeah, without hitting something on the way out. Yeah.
I can't help but wonder if there's so much space debris up there. Are they accounting for any of that as possible UFO sightings? You know what I mean? Like,
that's a solid possibility.
Like, maybe it's just our junk floating around out there. Some junk is bigger than other junk, so it's like, I'm just saying, like, some stuff's big, some stuff's not as big. So if it enters the atmosphere, it's gonna look like I don't know. Man, I could be way off on this. Maybe that shit might not happen at all, but I just feel like when you're flinging junk around, it's like, there's like possibilities. You know what I mean? Like, you might see it. I don't know. Got nothing really. I mean, this reminds me of something. I don't remember what it was. Oh, you know what? It was when we were talking about the monkey that I'm not allowed to ever talk about again. The rhesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just censored myself.
Yeah.
So I still got the satisfaction of saying it, but just, I said that a lot on that episode.
You did.
It was bad.
Yeah, but
I feel like you added it to it because I was elsewhere.
Yeah, what's weird though is for that episode, and this actually makes me look at you guys out there a little bit different because you guys blew that episode up on streaming. What the hell? Why are you encouraging this? I'm like, I couldn't stop. For the life of me talking about the alleged monkey, and Tyler's like on a trip through the galaxy, with his gummy bears. So, and people are like blew the episode up. Like, it was nuts. And I'm like, they're encouraging this. You guys are encouraging us. This is terrible. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Did you guys hear about yeah. Oh yeah. Did you guys hear about the Pentagon's latest upgrade to the UFO sightings?
No.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing, man. It's like at this point, everybody's sitting here like, we know, you don't fucking know. We got it. They said that they've upgraded these sightings up over 800.
I just saw that.
Yeah. It's up over 800 now. It was in the like 700 range of ones they didn't understand. Now we're at about 800 that we don't understand.
It would be easier for the government to count stuff they do understand.
I think so. I'd have to agree, because at this point, it's like, we get it. We don't know either. So it's cool. You know what I mean? Like, we get it. You don't, you know.
Yeah, and not only that, fucking welcome aboard, U.S. government. We've only been doing this for, what, 50, 60, 70, 80 years now? We don't know what that shit is. It's weird. And the government just comes along like, hey, we don't know what this shit is.
Right. I know. I was looking into this. This is pretty wild. Okay, so there are animals that communicate using vibration, frequency. Okay,
Right.
and as we're, going into this next wave of scientific discovery, we're starting to understand that what we thought was not intelligent turns out is kind of intelligent, right? And
All right.
one thing I did research, which I found very, very interesting. It's basically an understanding of evolution based on intelligence, right? So a lot of people think that the way evolution works is that it was a lizard first and it kept getting eaten, so it grew a shell and became a turtle. Which I feel like that's reasonable to think that. I'm not shitting on it, right? What they don't understand is that no, the lizard was there, the turtle was there. That lizard that was by the turtle didn't make it. He kept getting eaten. The turtle had a better survivability. Nature always kind of gets rid of the shitty prototypes, keeps the good ones. On Earth right now, this might be scary, is the best of the best. On Earth right now, the best of the best. The best of the insects have survived. The best of the mammals has survived. Best of the reptiles, still in the crocodile family, apparently. The best of the birds. All of the best so far are still there. If a species goes extinct, no matter the cause, right? It could be because of us. It could be because of anything. It could be because of the habitat change, anything. The fact that that species cannot survive is not against nature. That they say, like, well, we hunted the dodo birds to extinction. We're allowed to do that. It sucks. And it's a shitty point of view, right? But we're allowed to do that. Why? Because we are a predator. We're a top predator. Yeah, we exploited a food source, right? We hunted it to extinction. This shit happens. It happens in nature. The dodo bird, failed prototype. If the dodo bird wasn't a failed prototype, you'd still see him around somewhere. You would see him on different islands. You'd see him on, whatever.
With that being said, I was just thinking, if we wasn't say the dodo bird was alive, and like, if we wasn't the ones that hunted it to extinction, say that we wasn't even there, say like, take us off the board.
Yeah.
There would have been another predator that probably would have done the same thing that we did.
Sure. If you were to drop a pack of wolves on that same island, there wouldn't be any dodo birds right now.
Yeah,
Right.
like it
or wolves.
I feel like that's the no one really wants to get that just because we have feelings and compassion
Sure.
for said animals. No one understands, like, okay, this is the way life is. This is how it goes. Just because we have feelings doesn't mean it changes life.
Yeah.
How life goes.
Life is a savage garden, and
Yeah.
you have to try to navigate it.
And like even Gibbs said this, like so many places, like this place is not even really meant for really any of us. It's just we're just trying to survive just like anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
difference is that we had a little bit higher intelligence, that we started to create cities and towns and cities, and
And I really
just to,
wouldn't call it the intelligence point. We adapt and we do things to be able to live in places we shouldn't be able to.
Yeah. And the fact that human beings are not 100% efficient.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're not a 100% efficient animal. So
And-
we're the best of the best primate. Like we are the best, most
Mhm.
able to, what do you call it? We can articulate, to a higher degree than say a chimpanzee or a gorilla can. Doesn't mean that they're dumb, because
Yeah.
they're still here. They're still among the best of the best. But for us, if we were 100% efficient, everything on Earth would be gone and we'd be extinct.
Yeah.
There has to be some fails in there to drive adaptation and evolution,
And the other thing I was about to say is, like, out of everything that's on this planet too, most of the time, if you take it out of its normal, like its area that it lives in, it will not survive. Like, say you take a gorilla and you put it in Alaska,
Yeah.
unless you have the conditions, or even lizards or something. Like shit, like I remember people getting lizards as pets, and they have to have those heat lamps and stuff. If you
Yeah.
don't have that on that, it could die.
I think
So out of
too,
all of us, we're the like the adaptability. We figure
yeah,
out a way to survive in each area. Like, yeah, it's still gonna suck,
yeah.
but we figure out a way so we could stay in this area
You
for
think that
whatever reason.
you take that same scenario you just said, drop a gorilla into Alaska. The only difference between him and us is that he already adapted to deal with weather conditions. We actually have to think about it and figure out a way to. So in the end, all of our like advanced intelligence got us was clothing. We wear clothing so that we can do what he's going to be able to do better. Because if you dropped us naked and a gorilla naked in Alaska, he's still going to live longer than us. We're going to be gone way before him. You know what I mean? Because he's still got insulation and he's got the ability to keep a little bit of heat that we're not able to do. So our intelligence was like, oh, well, I'm gonna bundle up. I'm gonna make some clothing. Unfortunately, that doesn't end very well for the gorilla. Because if it's just us and the gorilla and we have the means to do it, we're going to have a gorilla suit. And then somebody's going to film it and put it on Ontario Bigfoot's website as a sighting.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just saying that I was reading this whole thing and I was fascinated by it because they were talking about how there is creatures like ants and other insects and some bigger animals that use vibrations to communicate information to each other. Right.
Yeah, I've heard this before.
And there was this, if you guys ever seen the experiment where they have the plate and the sand and it's on a speaker and they play a vibration and it forms like all these like ideograms and stuff.
Yep.
Well, I was comparing those to crop circles. I was like some of the ideogram crop circles and I was like, man, what if that's why they don't just stop in and say, what's up? They're not like, hey, Earthlings, what up? They can't. You know what I mean? What if they can't vocalize like that? What if where they are from doesn't allow it? What if they're like start vibrating, and that's how they communicate with each other?
I mean, isn't it true that there's no sound in the vacuum of space?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it travels, sound travels on air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a byproduct.
Yeah, so
I'm like, well, what if these dudes what if they use gravity and vibration? I mean, it's the next logical step. What do they say? We're a type 1 civilization. That would be us. Or no, wait a minute. No, we're not even type 1 yet. We're type 0. We're like high stage type 0 right now. We build using fossil fuels, and we have not established any kind of presence in our solar system. So once we get the lunar space station, we will be at the very bottom of type 1. So
it's a start.
It's a start. Yeah. Everybody's got to start somewhere, right? So what if they just can't speak to us that way? Or what if they're still working it out? Like, how the hell, there's a chance that these beings might be completely deaf. They might not even need hearing. Maybe they use vibration, They might not even know we're down here like, what up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They might have adapted a different way. There's so many infinite possibilities. And I thought, man, the vibration thing was fascinating to me because I'm like, maybe our planet has given us everything we need to study and learn to prepare for this,
But we talked about the whole infrasound.
Yeah.
Vibration and stuff. And there's a lot of animals out there that will do it, especially like predators. Like I know the tiger, it does it will emit a sound that will potentially kind of paralyze its prey. But then there's like rhinos and elephants that will do a frequency that will travel miles to their other rhinos and elephants.
Right.
And it will go through actual rock because it will go
vibration.
through mountains. Yeah, it's vibration. So they literally could talk to themselves miles away. So I can get behind that. But when we talk about things that happen on Earth, I have a hard time thinking that an alien's going to do that. I expect us never to figure out how they communicate, how they do things, because we're literally looking at it from our perspective.
That is true. Yeah.
So no matter what, I know we look, it's like, oh, life. Okay, if we find water somewhere, that is the catalyst of life. Is it just
as
because
we know it?
Yeah, is it just because that's how this place is evolved?
Yeah.
It's like there's so many factors that we don't know. I wish somebody would just come out and say
it's like
there's things that we don't know. And there's another thing too, is I kept thinking about UFOs. Is there a chance that this civilization, if they're visiting us, if their ships or themselves, are they the beings? Are they just making things to visit our planet, to be in our planet, our atmosphere?
That was what my suspicion is that it's drones. Because why would you? Yeah. It's the reason we didn't send a person to Venus.
Yeah.
Because we're like, dude, that's fucking suicide. Don't do that. Send a fucking satellite or something. Shoot some space dust at it. Anything.
I just feel like they probably, okay, this is how this life works, so we're going to send something what they know.
Yeah.
So they won't know this because that's not who they are. That's not what they are. They can't comprehend this. And we've always said this. If we had visitors, we probably could not communicate whatsoever. There is no way that we could talk to these beings because their evolution would be totally different compared to ours.
Right. I don't know, man. It's wild because it's like the speculation is exciting to me because we have no idea what to expect.
Yeah.
There could be loopholes that, you know, we're going to see later and be like, that's why. Holy shit. You know, they don't breathe air or whatever. It's like, here, you know, like water, H2O, one hydrogen molecule, two oxygen, right? You add an extra oxygen molecule, it becomes hydrogen peroxide, right? How do we know that, like, that's not their water? You know what I mean? Like,
And
they
how
come
would
here
that
and they're
evolve?
like, what is wrong with your water? It's only got
One
got
oxygen,
two
oxygen, yeah.
oxygen. Jesus, what are you guys, a bunch of babies? You know what I mean? Like,
I remember when I had my first beer.
yeah, like they could look at our planet and be like, dude, how are these things alive right now? They're literally breathing the most corrosive gas known to man, and they're alive, or known to, you know, whatever. Oxygen is a heavily corrosive gas. You know, I mean, you could almost argue to say that oxygen begins killing us almost as soon as we start breathing it in some form, you know, and we love it. Like, we, as a species, we love it. We're like, oh God, give it to me. We want like cigarettes. We want everything. We want vapes. We're like, oh, I can't get enough of these gases. Let's just keep on. Oh God. You know, there's an alien species watching us probably going, God, they really love breathing shit in. What is with these guys? Like, didn't a meteor hit this place a while back? You know, or something? Oh yeah, but they weren't around yet. So the other ones, what were those? Oh, those were dinosaurs. Damn, they had so much potential. You know what I mean? Like, you guys remember that show from growing up, Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Remember that?
The sitcom thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, not the mama.
Yeah. Do you guys remember how it ended?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
That shit was dark as hell.
It went dark 30 at the end of that, dude.
I heard it was dark, but I can't remember it for the life of me.
Yeah, Earl, the dad. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it by now, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That
ended in the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or early 2000s, at least?
Yeah, so the dad, Earl, was trying to, like, solve the pollution problem. Like, the world was, like, I think they, like, blew up, like, volcanoes or something to try to create clouds for rain, but it ended up blotting out the sun. And at the end, dude, he pretty much realized there's no fixing it. So it spun them into like a polar winter, like
Ice Age.
Ice Age, yeah. And
it's what killed the dinosaurs, the Ice Age.
Right. So the end of the show is like, it takes this major jab at like taking care of the planet and doing the best we can. And you literally watch them sitting there snuggled up together. Hey, the thing that got me, I don't know if you remember this or not, Josh, was the newsman at the end. That was what hit me when I was younger, because he literally was like, signing off, goodbye. And it's just, that's it. I'm like, damn, dude. I thought I was going to laugh and enjoy the show, and no, it just ripped my guts out.
Yeah, no, that was some dark shit.
Yeah, man. Fucking wild, dude. It's a good show, though.
But, on a side note of it, I love the show, but it actually kind of creeped me out.
It was
because especially when they ate, it was live, and like it was live thing, and they were talking.
Yeah. Well, the mom was a tyrannosaur. Earl was a what the hell was he? He was a megalosaur. Megalosaurus was what he was. So that was how they explained like how the wife's dad like didn't approve of him or whatever. He wasn't a T-Rex. He was, he was like a sub.
Yeah.
So it was like the kids, the two older siblings were made up dinosaurs like that didn't exist, and then the baby was supposed to be like a baby like Rex hybrid or something. But yeah, they were meat eaters. They were sitting there eating. I thought that was awesome. I love that the boss was a Triceratops though.
Yeah, I never understood why a T-Rex would take orders from a Triceratops.
It was pretty wild show. They were definitely ahead of their time, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And you could tell by that last episode that they didn't take being canceled very lightly.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, yeah, cancel us. We're gonna go ahead and just drive one right home on you. Right at the end,
We're gonna never ending story this shit.
Yeah.
Right? You're gonna like think about this for the rest of your life of how dark this is.
Yeah, I love that meme, the never ending story meme, where it was like, at what point did you, for our generation, it's like, what point did you lose faith in humanity? And it's like, it just shows the scene of him trying to pull the horse out of the mud. And not one of us, like every single one of us in the 80s, whatever, we all looked at that meme and we're like,
yeah,
kind of got us painted into a corner on this one. Like, yeah, I was devastated.
Yeah.
I was like, no. Then the wolf, the darkness, the wolf came out of the darkness. Yeah.
That thing was creepy as shit. When he's talking to him and he's backed into the cave.
Yeah.
You just see his eyes.
Oh, it was crazy. Loved it. The 80s were awesome for creativity, man. I mean, arguably the hair metal thing I'm still not into, but everything else,
Every generation has something that they're not proud of.
Yeah. Jesus. I don't know. Couldn't get into it. I don't think I have anything else. Tyler, you got something to tell us about too, don't you?
Oh yeah. I have a small tidbit. It has really not much to do. Not that.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It has nothing to really do with like space or UFOs or Bigfoot or something like that, but it's something even more scary. It's terrifying. Okay. I've asked you guys before we started this, but you guys know what this is?
Before I did not know.
Okay.
No, before I didn't. I'd never heard of that before.
Okay. It looks like this is called the Flipper Zero. It looks innocent. Like it looks like one of those things. Remember back in the day, like late 90s, early 2000s, the little keychain games that we're playing with.
So
you had a whole you had to take care of it.
Millennial. You know what I was thinking, Denny? It looks like one of those Tiger games from the 80s.
Or yeah, one of those. Yeah, like your simple like football games and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah. That is actually, it's called, I think I said it, Flipper Zero. It's a hacking tool. I was watching this podcast. I really wish I remembered the name of it. It's called Ryan something. But there was this guy on it and he was explaining what this does. I actually seen this one, the Flipper Zero beforehand a long time ago, But he did a little couple modifications to it, but he was like saying, as he was like showing it, he's like, I don't want to shut down your network or anything, but I could do that. And he's like, you're like sitting there like, you could do that? And then he's like, I'll just say something stupid that I could do. And he presses a couple buttons, and next you know, he pulls out his phone and he goes to the connection, a Wi-Fi connection. And it shows like 10 or 20 different Wi-Fi connections that you can connect to. And he's like, any of these you could connect to, and I have everything that's on your phone. I can control everything on your passwords, anything. So I was like, and it was just, and this is legal. You're allowed to have this thing. You literally, you could go to Amazon and buy this fucking thing.
That's creepy, man. I
And
mean,
that's not the only thing it does. Like anything with radio frequency, your garage door,
I
your
want to buy one for my dad.
Why?
I'm just I thought I was being hacked like 2 weeks ago. I kept getting charges on my Amazon, and it kept popping up, and I'm like, I'm at work. I'm not watching movies. What the hell is going on here? So I'm like getting a hold of my daughter, getting a hold of my wife. Like, are you watching something? Are you buying stuff? What's going on? I mean, the dad anxiety,
Yeah.
So I go through this whole ordeal. I get on the phone with Amazon. I'm like, okay, my account's been hacked. I don't know what this is. I don't know why. I don't know who's watching all this. So they're like, oh, no problem. We're gonna take and we'll just log all the devices out. Go ahead and change your password. You should be good, and we'll refund you. Thank you. So they do it. Like 15 minutes later, my dad calls me like, hey, I can't get into Amazon, man. I was watching movies and it just like kicked me off. I'm like, it was you. And he's like, what happened? I'm like, dude, you bought like $50 worth of movies. He's like, I thought they were free. I'm like, I need to get one of them things for my dad, dude. I bet he could cause all kinds of havoc.
Oh, okay.
That'd be great.
That's terrible. You
like,
got
dude,
hacked by your dad
at the ATM. I'm rich.
But yeah, like that, like anything with a radio frequency, this could do. Like, your garage door, your thermostat, your wireless thermostat, like a fan, your TV.
Yeah, anything you're
Crazy.
doing wireless is just
Yeah.
easier to hack. Baby
Good.
monitors.
Just like Gibbs here, he has a wireless keyboard and mouse. That
Yeah.
thing can literally hook up to his keyboard, like act like his keyboard, and start screwing with it, and he can control his computer from that.
There's a picture of my dad after he has that for a couple days.
Easy money.
I can do you one better here. So if I get in here and I go to this,
yeah. See, you would just have another device in your pocket.
I'm literally changing the lights in the house now.
In the house or just in that room?
I can do every room in the house, but right now I'm just doing this room.
Yeah.
Dude, I totally would be doing every room in the house just to mess with everybody.
Oh, I do. When the kid was home from school in the summer, I would randomly just start blinking lights on and off.
Check this out, though, Ty. The flipper thing.
Yeah.
John Connor's hacking thing.
Huh?
Weird parallels. I was joking, but now not so much.
Yeah. And so, like on top of like I said, radio frequencies. Like, so somebody could sit outside your house, and once you hit your garage door, it will send out a radio frequency from that device to your garage door, like the actual door opener, and they could capture that. If they have a long enough like antenna or range, they could get that code, come back later when you're gone, and walk right in.
That's no good.
Dude, that's the thing with your key fobs. Your key fobs will have the same frequency, but there are some that I just recently just watched the video on it. Actually, shout out to Linus Tech Tips. He's the one that was talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I'm shouting out. That guy is huge on YouTube. He doesn't need us.
Right.
But he was saying that there's these things nowadays with your key fobs that do a rolling, the way he made it sound, it's like a rolling code or something, where it has a list of codes that's confirmed with the car and the key fob, and when you unlock it, start it, whatever, it will go down the list. And if you don't have that, it can't grab that just one code. But there's other devices out there that can literally grab, if you're in range, it'll grab that code and another code and allow one code to go to the car and keep the other code. And then it'll just keep, if you stay there long enough and just keep getting codes, there's a chance that it could actually still get in. So there is a way to beat it, but there's still a way to not beat it.
Right.
So there's always some new device, and these things, like I said, they're fucking illegal, and it scares the shit out of me.
So think about this. There's a function on this, and I know you guys can't see it because cameras and lenses and screens for some reason. But with this on my phone, these light bulbs that are in all my rooms of the house, I can set it up to where it's got proximity sensors. So if I set it up that way, if I have my phone in my pocket, when I get close enough to the room, the lights will automatically turn on. Right?
That's pretty cool.
So that is really cool. But if you were looking at it from the point of somebody trying to be nefarious or trying to not be a good guy, then if you was able to hack into the light systems, you would know without a shadow of a doubt if somebody's home.
Oh, yeah.
Because there would be a way to tell in reverse if it's picked up a phone.
Right.
Because you can't go by the driveway anymore. You can't go by. There's so many people that have multiple vehicles or park their cars in the garage and you can't see. But if you were able to hack that, you would go, oh, well, nobody's home. There's no phone within any reach of any. If you knew that the people had the lights set up, you know what I mean? But you would have to go around and figure out who has the lights and who doesn't. I mean, there's a lot. But the more techie we get, the more techie the criminals get.
I wonder if this security problem will be a reason that they'll want to commercialize an AI. Hey, here's an AI that will literally travel up and down your system at all times looking for this shit. You know what I mean?
But
that would be fantastic.
But if there's something like that, but that's the crappy thing about that is it's just like the Google thing nowadays. To help you keep yourself safe, there's you gotta say your mom's maiden name, your grandmother's maiden name, and you gotta put all these what's your second dog that died in a fire 10 years ago? It's what the fuck?
Yep.
It's then when that comes about if your AI is fucking on the fritz, oh, that I don't know spaghetti. It's I didn't say that.
They hack the AI and then it starts working for them.
Yeah.
Big ass dog in your house at all times. That's it. And go analog. Just big mean dog. Come on, Ed. Hack him if you can.
So that's what especially that device could open up doors security doors. It could run thousands of codes, just like that picture that he just showed about John Connor.
Yeah,
it's it will run through thousands of codes until it gets the one that it needs.
The thing my dad brain goes to when I think about that scene in Terminator is that there's some poor asshole that went to check his account. He was it's $300 missing. What the hell? Poor guy. You know what I mean? And back then, I mean, that was probably the majority of his wages for the week. So, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know back then. I know it's a movie, but if you kind of think about it, I think most ATMs, once they started having those types, they all had cameras, and he was staring at yeah, I'm stealing this money.
And his buddies in the background way to go, John Connor.
Yeah, you steal that money.
That's a lot of money you're taking right now, John Connor.
Yeah, it really is. We're going to play
Spelled
some video games.
CONNER. Because you get when you're hanging out with your buddies, you got to be very, very specific. Might have known more than one John Cotter. I don't know.
But yeah, like, and then I've heard. I don't know if this device does it, but I think they said it's an FRS frequency or something. That's most like your credit cards and stuff.
Yeah.
So nowadays, there's these I know there's a lot of wallets out there that they're RF whatever blockers.
Oh yeah.
Where you can put your credit cards, all your credit cards in, and it basically protects it from anything outside of it, like getting your information. But think about it. We even made the joke that pickpockets are getting lazy now. They don't even have to touch you anymore. They just have to walk across you. So if you're riding a bus, a train, or any of that where it's crowded, they literally can walk across you. If they, like, for the most part, I feel like it will be men, because most of the time men will, you could see where they keep their wallet.
You think too, man, like law of averages. Even if the hack is like 1 out of 100, it works.
Mm-hmm.
Just ride buses all day until you make money. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, go to the fucking amusement park and walk around.
There you go. I was going to say, the bus is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because
keep walking around the amusement park.
Think about your demographic. You know? Like, maybe if you're in a big city or something. But
yeah, like trains. Like, dude, like, shit, Keanu Reeves still rides a train.
Yeah. Subway stations, amusement parks, the zoo. I guess the zoo is an amusement park, but shopping centers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you just have to know the day to go. We're probably giving these guys everything they need right now.
No, they knew it already. If they know how to use one of those things, they know what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah,
they know what
I
they need
wonder
to do.
How many of our listeners are currently stopping this show to check their bank accounts.
I would be. Do it. Check it.
That's an okay. On top of this
for the tip, we'll take $1,000. Just send.
But we won't take it. We are asking for it. I guess
if you gift it to us.
Gift us. Yeah. We'll never take it from you. That's
gentlemen.
not us.
We're gentlemen.
Gentlemen.
See these faces?
But there was another one that there was a TV show that I watched like a couple years back that kind of got me down this rabbit hole of like the scary shit that like how people could just randomly not hack you, but they have the tools that will just screw your life. Okay. It's credit card thieves. Like, okay, this guy literally, he got in touch with a waitress. He lives in another state. He gets in touch with this waitress, and there's this thing. It's literally a credit card reader. It like you swipe it, and it's the size, like almost the size of your hand, and it'll hold thousands of numbers, thousands. So all she did, this is how she did it, is she like whoever pays with card, she will go, she'll do their transaction for their food, and then swipe it again. You won't know the wiser because all it's doing is reading the card and storing it inside that device. And after it gets full, he'll come back. He'll give her money. He takes the device, probably gives her another one so he can continue to do this. Goes back, and then he'll buy a bunch of those prepaid cards. He'll scratch off all the shit that it needs, but it's still a Visa card or a MasterCard, whatever they have. And he'll physically punch in the numbers that he's doing, has a credit card writer, swipe it, goes to like electronics store or something. He bought a tablet for like $500-600, then flips it for $400, brand new.
Jesus.
And he'll just continuously do that. And he'll buy big items. And this was at like just your regular restaurant, giving your card to a waitress. And I'm not saying every waitress out there is going to get you.
Yeah.
But it does make you feel a little unease that there's these people out there that will do that to you. And then on top of it, there was another one I was telling you guys before we started, was people would take the credit card readers at like Walmart or gas stations. They'll get the top part, the plastic part, the screens or the
Yeah.
little plastic part. They'll get that and they'll put one of those little same things that they would use on like buses or what we were talking about, where they can just like wave over the area and it'll take your information. They'll put it on top of those credit card readers, and like just like that, you put it in, you still do the thing. It doesn't stop you from doing that, but since it swipes over what they put over this plastic piece that they put on top of it, it got your information, and you still paid for whatever your energy drink or whatever you did at a gas station.
Wow.
And I don't know if it's like this is if these people had to come back in and somehow without the people working there notice taking this off and then get their information, or they could just come back and then connect to it and get all the information from it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't looked into that, but it's still a thing. Like it's all over the internet. People they're like there's something wrong, and then they pull it off and they show it. They show it all on the like under the plastic piece, and the thing is still intact. Like you can still it looks just like your normal thing.
Yeah.
It just has another cover that's similar to it on top of it.
That's scary, man. But on the bright side though is I have thought of a business venture regarding this. It's actually a great time to bring it up. To be honest, it's very, very what do you call it? It's relatable. So this episode is brought to you by, if you're out there and you're worried about your cybersecurity, your credit cards, Cybertron Josh. All you need in advanced cybernetic defense. Somebody tries to hack you, big Cyber Josh here will jump right in there and shut that shit right down.
A very recent event that happened with a draft. There was a very recent event.
There you go. You get into trouble.
I love that it's blocking Tyler.
You check your bank account one day and your money's gone. That's no good. You know that some hidden creature out there is out there stealing you blind. No problem. Boom. Cyber Josh. Robot Josh jumps in there and fucking smacks that shit right out of your system. You're ready to go to IKEA and buy that new nightstand.
I really love the fact that you used all those.
I did, yeah.
I'm a little upset though that you didn't, do the. You're confused because all your money's gone.
Oh, damn it!
But now you're suspicious of who took it.
Oh my, damn it. We're gonna have to work on the commercial.
Yeah,
I think we got something here with this though, Ty. With the hackers. Hackers beware! You face Robot Josh.
Josh Borg.
Josh Borg. Yeah, every phone in America could have their own copy of Josh Borg. I love how many names he has. Yeah, fellas, I think we should let them have their week. I think this is probably the second half of the episodes that we recorded that you're listening to right now. So, if you guys didn't notice it by now, listening to this second one, this would be Thursdays. Got a new format coming up. We talk about a lot of stuff when we get on here and we bullshit. Very scattered all over the place, but that's the whole point, right? We're just bullshit. And I started thinking that maybe serializing our shows and like sticking to a topic is not exactly a strong suit of ours. So it's probably not something that we should continue trying to push. So most of the time I think you're going to get your Mondays pretty much as usual. And then probably Thursdays, you'll get the rest of whatever we were talking about. So it'll be a lot easier and a lot more fun. And to be honest, it takes a lot of stress off of us because all of us are in the summer months at our jobs. And, we keep asking you to send us thousands of dollars and you don't, and that's fine. But our jobs are demanding, and we had to figure out a better way to do the recordings. So hopefully you still enjoy it as much. Nothing's really changed. I think the only difference would be the Thursday episode won't have like an intro. It'll just kind of fade in. We could just have Tyler record one.
I was just about to say that I could record one and we'll just
Don't we
fade it in.
Don't we have Catherine?
She does. We have a couple like where she's like, I think she says stay tuned.
Yeah, but don't we have and now for the rest of it or something?
I think we might have that. I'll have to look. Yeah.
You are listening.
Oh, my bad.
I just heard her.
Right.
She knew we were talking about her.
Invoked her name.
I'm gonna have to talk her into actually when we do our season finale this year. We need to get her to come on to this and intro it, actually intro it. I think it'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
But I still have an intro. Remember when I was missing in action and you had to use stunt double?
Yeah, isn't it here?
No. That was when we were still using OBS. So you put it on one of the sound pads.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But you should still have it though.
Gosh, it was hilarious. I love how many Robot Josh samples there are. And they we never made any more. We were just like, dude, we've got the perfect ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so long story short, episodes probably won't change for you guys out there. It's just going to change a little bit for us how we record them. I have been noticing on the analytics that a lot of you guys are lurking and not subscribing. I'm not mad at you. Just very disappointed. Just really disappointed.
We're just 2 notifications a week.
Yeah. That's it.
I mean, that's it.
That's it. So,
I mean, you can turn the notifications off.
Yeah. Like and subscribe and ring those bells and blow the whistles. You know what I mean? Dance naked in the rain. Whatever you got to do. Send all your pictures to Tyler's email to let him know that you're making it happen. Y'all out there, take care of each other.
Like and subscribe on these things, please.
Woo!
Thank you.
We need to update that because surely
I know.
DT Music has more than 16 subs now.
I haven't checked it. I don't know what it's at.
I don't know what Rector has, but
Yeah, I need to look.
And then for this show, anything you want to talk about, send it to these.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. See you guys out there.
see ya.